First, joining us on the line is Toby Leary from Cape Gun Works in Hyannis, and we wanted to talk about guns. The mailroom manager and I had dinner with him and his wife last night. We were supposed to go to Mar-a-Lago, but the place was shut down for COVID-19. So we went to another nice place. And but I wanted to have him on just to discuss some of the anti-gun hysteria that it always crops up when there's a mass shooting. And sure enough, it's back in the news again today. Toby, thanks for being with us here on the Howie Carr Show.
Well, thanks for having me, Howie. Long time no see.
Yeah. So, and by the way, we were talking last night about Don McKay from WXTK, and he passed on, I guess, last night at the age of 80. He was the morning guy with Ed Lambert for a number of years at our Cape affiliate, WXTK, and Toby has a show now on the weekends. And Don was a good guy, and the last time I saw him was at Cape Gun Works about a year ago, I think, Toby.
That's right. I remember he came in and said hello to you, and it was a good reintroduction for me as well because I hadn't seen him in years. I used to do a lot of work for him, and he's a good guy. He will be missed for sure.
Yeah, he will. So tell us about the guns that the Boulder, Colorado shooter had, and how much did that Ruger cost?
Well, Ruger's probably between $400 and $600 for average Ruger pistol, or even the AR-15 that Ruger makes is still sub $1,000 in price. I'm not exactly sure what gun he was using, but I haven't been able to dig that out. And I remember when Joe Biden, when he was really pressed to jump on the
AR-556,
he said
AR-556.
I don't know what gun he used, but we got to be on AR-15s right away. So that was the natural knee-jerk reaction to that,
Right. And as I said yesterday, and we talked about it more at night, the vast majority of people that are killed in the country by firearms, well, for starters, a huge percentage of them are suicides. You can't stop a suicide, right? And on top of that, the vast majority of people who are killed by suicide or homicide are killed with handguns, not rifles.
Right. It's the slippery slope. They have to, if they came out and said, "Hey, we just want to ban all guns," even some of the more left-leaning people would say, "Wait a minute. Like Grandpa's hunting rifle shouldn't be banned," But if they can start with the AR-15 and say, "Oh, this is a weapon of war," even though, there's tons of uses for the AR-15. Namely, it's the best tool to keep our government in check, which is the original intent of the Second Amendment.
Right.
And secondly, it was used for, self-defense is what the Second Amendment was also for. And, it wasn't so Grandpa could go hunt deer. It was so that we could defend ourselves against tyranny and also people who would wish to, commit harm against us. So if we can ban the AR-15 and then notice that gun crime doesn't go down at all, well, then the next thing is we're going to have to ban handguns or, shotguns or whatever.
It's like the millionaire's tax. The millionaire's tax doesn't raise the money they expect. So they say, well, we're going to have to go down to 500,000 to 200,000 to 50,000. It's the same thing, right? Now, I would bet. Now we're going to talk about a story later on about Hunter Biden and his 38 caliber revolver. I dare say more people are killed with the Hunter Biden's gun than are killed with AR-15s, right?
Oh, that's for sure. I mean, I think in 2019 there was 550 odd people killed with rifles of all kinds. That covers bolt action, that covers pump action, that covers single shots, that covers semi-automatic. So AR-15s are an even narrower slice of that pie. So you're talking, roughly 300 people in a country of 300 and something million people are killed with AR-15s every year, and 5 times more likely to die by a knife or by tripping and falling upstairs or downstairs or any other, means. Right. You could drown and or get punched in the face or driving to work. You're more likely to die driving to work.
Or a shod foot. People die. People get kicked to death.
Foot, right.
It's just ridiculous.
They don't care about keeping Americans safe. They just want to take, and you know what the sad thing is? Every single one of these politicians stand up on Inauguration Day or when they're being sworn to oath of office and they raise their right hand and they swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America. And then what do when they get in office? We got to talk about common sense gun control legislation. And they immediately try to tear up the document and its second enumerated right. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
They should all be impeached right away for that, as far as I'm concerned.
There was a caller yesterday was talking about how the price of ammo has just exploded. I asked you about that. Why don't you tell people about how the price of ammunition has skyrocketed in the last few months?
Yeah, I mean, over the last year, it's been a steady rise of, just the supply and demand, the law of supply and demand. And, we have roughly about 10 million new gun owners in America in the last year. So if every single one of them just buy one box of ammo, that's 50 million rounds of ammunition in one particular caliber. If they buy several calibers or several boxes of ammo, you can do the math. It quickly goes up. And not to mention, it was kind of the perfect storm of an election year and a lot of people chattering about gun control, a lot of civil unrest and riots and letting criminals out of prison and, locking people up who go to church and everything. I mean, the world just got turned upside down. And so people are like, I actually want a gun. I never thought I'd want a gun. So they buy a gun and now they need ammo to, practice and train with it. And I'll also have is for self-defense. So, and you have the people who are already existing gun owners, probably 100 million people. I would say 50 million of them are active, in the shooting sports. So they're buying ammunition all the time. And again, they're starting to stock up. So yeah, it's been a crisis. Even the components of the bullets have been really, really hard to get.
Online, especially. Online, the price of ammo has just gone through the roof, right? Yeah. So you're better off going to
something that used to be $10 a box or $15 a box is now anywhere from $50 to $75 a box, and I've heard even as much as $100 a box online, and it's just unbelievable how much it's gone up. And it's going to be this way for a while, I'm afraid, and hopefully it'll at least level out and plateau where it is. But it's going to be a while.
You guys have kept the price somewhat down at Cape Gun Works, right?
Yeah. We've kind of topped out at $30 a box, which is roughly about 60 cents a round for say 9mm or 45 a common handgun ammunition, and that we've tried to pump the brakes and keep it there. And but I can tell you, I've ordered ammo and paid more than that, and we just use it for training and for our classes and whatnot at the more expensive price because I haven't put it out on the floor at that more expensive price. And I've been talking to some other people in the industry, and I said, it seems like it's a race to a buck a round. And I'm like, I got my both feet on the brake trying to keep it from going there, but it's almost inevitable. But I hope it doesn't. I hope it plateaus where it is.
They used to say
of everybody.
They used to say a few years ago that Barack Obama was the greatest gun salesman in the history of the United States. Is Joe Biden going to be is he going to displace Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton as the greatest gun salesman in history?
I think he will. I think he'll far surpass him. And like I said last night to you, I think he said he gave him a wink and an elbow like he loves to do, and he said, "Hold my beer, Barack. I'm about to show you something here." And if he's already eclipsed and broke every record in month to month, and just gun sales are still through the roof and very strong, and it's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. So hopefully, we can get through this without any significant legislation being passed, and I hope the Senate will do the right thing and send these bills where they should go, where all bills go to die, and I just don't know. We'll see what happens, but
yeah. I have more confidence that they can stop
crazy.
the gun bills than they can the voting rights, because the Democrats are just hot to trot. And again, this HR1 looks like it's unconstitutional. But like you say, they don't care that they took an oath to protect and defend the United States Constitution. Hey, Toby, you've got your own show now on WXDK. Tell us where people can listen to the show and what time.
Yeah, it's every Saturday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Called Rapid Fire on 95.1, one of your affiliates, WXDK. But they're an iHeart radio station, so you can also tune in on the iHeart radio app, or you can listen in on our website. We archive all the shows in a podcast format at capegunworks.com. And we also live stream the recording of it. So if you want to be a part of the show, you can sign up on our website and you'll get notified when we're going live, and you can type in a question and we'll answer it. So if you want to be a part of the show, you can do that. So
lot to talk about on
talk
about on your show, Toby, and it's doing well. I know.
Sure.
So anyway, we'll be listening to the show, and I'll see you when I get back to Massachusetts. We'll be down at Cape Gun Works. I'm going to need to take some target practice and maybe buy some ammo before it goes up, before the price goes up even more. Toby Leary, thanks for being with us from Cape Gun Works in Hyannis, Massachusetts. It's a great place to go for all your firearms needs. I'm Howie Carr.
He's suave, he's debonair, he's Howie Carr.